Hi.
Hi, Beryl.
Hey, Lauren.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Beryl, it has been quite the semester, has it not?
It has. And this is our final episode of the semester.
Last episode of the semester.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You got my questions and you don't want to guess. I got a recommendations and that I can suggest. Yes, this library questions that are part of the quest. Here's Burl and Laura with instruction request.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Ospreys.
Hi,
My name is Lauren Odom, and I am the instruction librarian.
And I am Burl White-Bing, the virtual learning librarian.
And welcome to
Instruction
Requests, where we talk about common research questions, helpful resources,
And immersive and innovative technology in the Virtual Learning Center in the Thomas G. Carpenter Library.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Okay. So what are we going to talk about today?
So today we're talking about mindfulness.
We're talking about mindfulness. We're going to do a little recap of everything that we've done over the semester. And
We have another VR champion.
we have another VR champion.
Exciting.
Yes. And,
close
special
out.
shout out to all of the people who have helped us
Yes.
put this podcast together. It's been
We
fun.
very much so had a lot of help,
Yes.
and we want to make sure we recognize those individuals.
Okay. Let's
right.
get started.
All right. So,
All right. So
what's happening in instruction?
What's happening in instruction? Well, let's do a little recap of all we've done in instruction.
We did a lot this semester.
We have done a lot.
We really have.
We started with our library instruction for transfer success, or LIFS.
Yes.
That LibGuide is up and running. So all of you who are transfer students or faculty, if you have transfer students, please point them to our LIFS LibGuide. There's library open office hours.
Yes.
And it probably is very good to talk about that now because this probably will be broadcast around finals time.
Yes.
And we will be having our open office hours. We provide 10 hours a week for you to just drop into a Zoom and talk with the librarian. So look for that schedule. It's published on the library calendar. So if you go to the library's homepage and click on the calendar, you'll see who's available for what days. We also have pop-up library instruction where we have gone into the Writing Center and in student academic support services.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, research consultations have been gangbusters this semester.
The research consultations have been heavy.
Heavy.
Yes.
And we started face-to-face up again.
Yes.
Face-to-face research consultations, which is great. Face-to-face and online for those who need online. So now this semester we are fully into our face-to-face research consultations. And we have our research badge.
Yes, we launched our
Ready
research
for
badge
research badge
at the beginning of
and
fall.
that goes on your transcript, correct?
It doesn't go on your transcript, but it does give you a badge that you can use on your LinkedIn.
Oh, okay. So you
and
can put it on your
possibly mention
LinkedIn,
it
on your resume. Yes.
Yeah, and it looks really good. It basically offers you some strong foundational skills, and essentially the instruction that we would provide either in our library classroom or in our classrooms, we've put into an asynchronous format so students can do it themselves and on their own time. And it takes about 2 hours. It's 6 modules. And in that final module, students will execute a quality search into OneSearch, and they will upload a screenshot. On the back end, we do grade it for completeness and provide feedback. But we highly encourage our students to go through and complete that badge.
We also have our research module, and that is a self-guided journey through how to do research as well. That module is there for those who want to touch up on how to do research. Maybe you don't want to go through all of the things you need to do to get a badge, but you just want to kind of get a basic
Yes.
how to do research, that research module is on our Lift Slip guide.
Yes.
And it is available. If you contact any of us, we can point you to it. And finally, we have our podcast.
We have our instruction requests.
7 episodes in.
Yes.
This is our 7th episode, our final one for fall 24, but we will be right back in spring.
Yes.
Spring 2025 with a new edition of instruction requests.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
To think this started as just like a small idea. We were just chatting away.
Yes.
And here we are.
It really
already.
has taken off, and I'm very happy with it. It's spreading around, and hopefully those of you who are watching today will spread it wherever you feel like somebody might need to watch. I gave it to a chemistry professor the other day.
Nice.
I told her we did an episode on chemistry resources, and she was like, "What?"
Yes.
And so I was very glad to be able to hand her that link and get that. And we are going to be in Digital Commons. I'm going to work on that this week to get instruction requests into Digital Commons as well as on YouTube.
Yes, we have some exciting things coming up for the instruction request podcast, but we will get into that in season 2.
Okay, now let's talk about mindfulness. Or do you want to do research question of the day?
So we'll start with the research question of the day.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
The research question of the day.
Research question of the day comes through our library chat. A student dropped in, and for the privacy of the student, I won't say any names or any specifics. But the student said, I need help finding a topic for this research paper. And then they were given criteria to stay within. Select a real-life crime, incident, emergency, and or disaster that occurred and required criminal justice agencies and made headlines. The event you select must have occurred between 2010 and 2024 and include the involvement of the criminal justice system.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a lot of parameters.
That's right. But for any of our students that may need help figuring out a topic when you've been given like a subject to write within, we just wanted to give you 2 suggestions that might help you kind of come up with something that you feel comfortable writing about. The first is to use the research assistant that's available in OneSearch.
Yeah.
And that's an AI tool that you can use, and it will pull articles that are available in OneSearch, but you can ask it. It does use common language, and you can ask it to give you some topic suggestions. Don't have it do it for you, but use it to like lay out some ideas and then tweak it to make it your own, right? And we always encourage you to do that when you're using AI tool to tweak it and make it your own, right? The other thing is we have a database called Academic OneFile that is available on our database list under the A's, and under Academic OneFile, they have a tool called Topic Finder, which is really cool, and it has this visualization tool. I call it the honeycomb, and you can search a topic, and it will have all of these subtopics and areas that you can like drill down into, and that can help you develop your topic when you don't quite know which direction to go into.
I think Academic OneFile also has browse issues. It does have a browse issues function as well. So if you can click on the browse issues, it'll come up with a large list similar to opposing viewpoints. They're both Gale databases, so they pretty much function the same way. The browse issues function and that topic finder. I like to start broad and let it narrow down until I find something specific on a specific topic.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And the other thing we wanted to talk about is some of the resources available in the library that are specific to mindfulness. So first things first is we have a mindfulness library guide. And if Andy will cue up the video, will provide you some instructions on how to access it. To access the Mindfulness Library Guide, start at the library webpage at unf.edu/library and scroll down to the Library Guides icon located under Quick Links. And in the search bar, you can type in mindfulness. Now, I have already searched mindfulness a few times, so I'll just enter it there and search. And in the very first option, click on the bold mindfulness link. This will open you up into that guide that was created by our very own virtual learning librarian, Burl White Bing. And the home page just features some information about what mindfulness is and a few examples. And you can click through the tabs here to see what's available. We have ASMR videos that were created in our recording studio, which is one of the spaces that is available for reservation in the library. We have Rest and Relax in the VLC, which features some of the virtual reality experiences that are available there. We have Campus Canines in the library, which is available every other Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. And then there are a few other resources available throughout the guide. All right.
Yes, that was good.
Yes, thank you. Well, thank you for putting that together for us.
Of course.
It's your creation.
Of course.
Yeah, so always remember that our library guides are essentially a one-stop shop for any particular subject or topic that you can go to and find a variety of sources in one place. So don't forget to use those from time to time.
Yes, and if you see any corrections, for example, the chemistry professor had the American Chemical Society that she wanted that style guide to be added.
Absolutely.
Please, if faculty, if you find anything that in a LibGuide that needs to be updated or some additional information you would like to be added to a LibGuide, reach out to your library liaison and have them to update that LibGuide.
Absolutely.
And we'll be happy to build a LibGuide with you. If you have a special topic that you would want to build a guide for, to be there for students to use for your classes, just let us know.
We're here for you. Yes. So the other thing is one of our databases, we have a video database called the PBS Video Collection, and it does have a few mindfulness videos in it. So I wanted to show our faculty and our students how to actually get to that. So take it away, Andy. To access the PBS Video Collection database, you can start at the library website at, you guessed it, unf.edu/library, and click on the database list link next to the OneSearch search bar. And here you can go to the letter P, or you can click on the types drop-down menu and go down to streaming video and search, and scroll down to PBS Video Collection 4th edition. When you open up that page, you can simply type in the search bar. Now I've typed in mindfulness or meditation or yoga to maximize my options. And in that results list will actually come up a few guided meditations and mindfulness practices and even a 5-minute yoga fix. All right.
And this is in addition to all of the resources that we have in the library. So let's talk about what's happening in the VLC.
What's happening in the VLC?
All right. Andy, if you could cue up the slides. I want to talk about our rest and relaxation in the VLC. When you're talking about VR, we have 16 VR stations with HTC Vives, which is what you see here with Michael Mazur. He is doing Dances with Butterflies, which is a relaxation VR experience where you can just kind of play with butterflies in the sky.
Nice.
And then there's Cosmic Flow, where you have colors coming at you. It's almost hypnotic, and it talks to you and helps you to relax your brain.
Psychedelic.
And, so that is available on the HTC Vive. And then, of course, there's just meditation VR, where you can be on a beach.
That's what I
and
need.
watch the wind flow or hear the ocean rushing in and out. That's relaxing to me. And here I am using the Marvelous Machine. The Marvelous Machine is a VR experience that helps you to get deep into your mind and stop your brain from thinking about 1,000 things. It's about a 10 to 15 minute experience, and it walks you through. It tells you when to stop thinking.
Okay.
But it's a great relaxation tool. And all of these VR experiences have been available every 2 weeks during the spring. Fall.
Okay.
But especially during finals week, we're going to have rest and relax every single day, all day. So all you have to do is come to the VLC. I think I have one more slide, Andy. We also have 16 MetaQuest 2s, thanks to the Digital Humanities Institute. And I have loaded these rest and relaxation mindfulness VR experiences onto them. Happy Run is really fun, where you're running in place. You just run in place and you're in a mountain by yourself, just running in place. There's Levitate and Float, which tells you what you're doing. You're levitating and floating. And then Mindway, mindfulness meditation, sleep, ASMR, all of that, Maloka. All of these are free VR experiences, but they're very good. I've tried them all, so they're all very good. Okay, Andy, that's it.
So during the semester, what days and times is the rest and relax in the VLC?
I normally do it when the student activities librarian brings in the dogs.
Okay.
So every 2 weeks on a Tuesday, from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m., the VLC is open.
Okay.
And the students know to just load the rest and relaxation experiences onto the stations.
Okay.
So that when you come in, they'll be readily available for you to use. And they're already loaded on the MetaQuest 2, so you just use them. And then during finals week, we'll just be open, no appointment needed. You can just drop in and, especially if you've been studying. There is some research that says that you should not study longer than 3 hours straight. You need to take a break. So if you want to take a break, come into the VLC, do a mindfulness exercise, and then hit it again. You're welcome to do that.
It's a nice way to take a break, I would say.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now it's time for our second VR champion, our library VR champion. And she is Dr. Sydney Brammer. She brought 100 students to the VLC last week. And she had them to do the experience after solitary. She has a media class, and she wanted them to compare what's being reported as to a firsthand experience for someone who had been incarcerated and released. And this particular experience is the experience of someone who has been in solitary confinement and who has been released, and their experience going through all of that horrific stuff. But I was able to interview Dr. Brammer, and she is our second library VR champion. Andy? Hi, I'm here with Dr. Sydney Brammer from the School of Communications, and we're going to talk about how she incorporates VR into her classroom. She brought a group of 50 students to the VLC today to use the VR experience after solitary. Dr. Brammer, tell us how you use VR in your instruction.
Sure. So the students who came in today, and I have another group coming later today. So we have 100 students.
100
are all in media literacy, which is the introductory course for the BS in communication degree, and also a requirement for the social media minor that we offer. And then I have some students who take it as an elective that are interested in media. And so we come into the VLC during the part of the semester where we're talking about video and the power of eyewitness video, and how it's important for us to hear story and narrative in video,
Right.
and then how that's different in 360. And so what it's like to experience it immersed in VR.
Yes.
For a lot of them, this is the first time that they're experiencing VR.
That's true.
And for many who have used it previously, they've used it for games and all sorts of stuff for fun. And so this is the first time they're encountering what is essentially documentary film.
Documentary film immersively.
Yes.
Where you're there with the person. And the experience that we did today was about a young man who was incarcerated at 18, put into solitary, and then let out several years later. So, thank you, Dr. Brammer.
Of course.
Thank you very much. I want you to bring your class to the VLC. How great
Very
was
nice.
that, right?
Very nice.
Yeah, she was very,
Yay.
very nice. She brought her students in, and they were able to experience not only after solitary, but they also experienced Step to the Line, which was on the MetaQuest 2s. And that is an experience where it's a documentary, actually, where it was a sociological experiment where they brought people in from who were not in prison, and they stepped to a line to talk to people who were in prison.
Wow.
And then they asked questions, and you either step to the line or back from the line based on the answers to your questions.
I've actually done that in real life.
Yeah.
It was a team building exercise at my undergrad university.
Step to the line.
Step to the line.
Yeah.
Very
It helps
interesting.
you with empathy
Yes.
and being able to understand the human condition and the things that people do. So, we can do a lot in VR. So bring your classes to the VLC. And that's all I have about the VLC
Okay.
this week. Although I do want to do a shout out to my VR
Let's.
club. I have a UNF VR club.
Shout out to the VR club.
And they call themselves Burroughs Ospreys. And they had a competition last week, and they played Fordham University and Lone Star College.
Okay.
And they played Beat Saber. They won against DePaul, but they lost against Lone Star.
Listen, I am always highlighting the VR club. I want you guys to know I'm always telling students, if you want to be a part of VR club in my instruction, they're up there playing Beat Saber. Like, that's my line. Like, go up there. Yeah.
And next semester, they're hoping to be able to play Veil, and they are very much self-directed this year. I'm so thankful for that. They're self-directed this year. And they meet on Wednesdays in the VLC from 11 to 1. So students, please, or faculty, if you want to come and be a part, feel free to come. I also want to give a shout out to the people who are behind the scenes. We have to give a shout out to our most wonderful editor and filmer, Andy
Producer.
Rush, at
Yes.
the Center for Instruction, Research, and Technology.
Thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you so much, Andy.
He's so patient with us.
And then we also have to give a shout out to Robin McNeil. She is the systems specialist at the Thomas G. Carpenter Library, and she uploads our videos to YouTube. And so I have a little video, a little shy video. It's very quick, a little shy video of Robin. I wanted to give her a shout out for uploading our videos. And if you will hit Robin's video. Hi, I'm here today with Robin. She doesn't want to be on camera. Okay, she agreed. She came. Oh, you still don't?
I thought you
Okay.
were Sophie.
Okay. All right, Robin.
Yes.
Tell me what you think. Robin, I'll tell you what Robin does. Robin uploads our videos to YouTube, and she also helps me during classes. She is the system specialist at the Thomas G. Carpenter Library, and I would like to get her opinion on all the classes you've helped me with. What do you think about VR in instruction?
I think VR is a really powerful instruction tool that gives a certain dimension to media that you wouldn't have otherwise, like you would have just reading something out of a textbook or a journal article. VR makes what you're learning very real. It feels like you can reach out and touch it. And so I think that's very important for a lot of classes that come in, like nursing classes or journalism classes. They really need to be in touch with what they're studying, and VR helps them with that.
Thank you, Robin. Even though you won't, can I please just do a flash of your face? Okay, there she is. Okay, there you go.
Shout out to Robin.
Shout out, Robin. And Andy, I don't know if you want to come around and just kind of give a wave so everybody see you. Come on, come give a wave, Andy. This is the end of fall 2024.
Andy has been great.
Andy has been great.
And no, you cannot have our producer. Okay.
Turn around. Yay. Andy has been great filming us and editing and having a file for us to upload every 2 weeks. We really have been pushing
We couldn't have
him.
done it without it.
We kind of kicked Neam to the curb.
But shout out to Neam Jones.
Shout out to Neam Jones as well. I think he helped us with the first one.
Yes.
And so
and our
Neam.
intro.
And our intro
song,
our
yes.
funky intro. I really
Yes.
like that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So as we wrap up and we prepare to close out the season for season 2, we wanted to highlight one
Yes.
of the other things that we did this semester.
Yes, we did have these yard signs, and I'm going to put them back out. We had to take them up because of
We
the
have
hurricane.
been through a lot with these yard signs.
And I think we lost one. I think one blew away.
We have been through a lot.
Yeah, we've been through a lot with these yard signs, but we are going to highlight these yard signs next semester on the podcast and create a segment about the skills that you need to be a proficient researcher.
Absolutely.
And so look out for that next semester and look for these signs because I'm going to put them back out.
That's right.
We only have 5 left, but we're going to put them back out. And the QR code that's on them will take you to more information about that particular skill. So maybe we might have like a prize if somebody scan them in some kind of way.
Maybe.
We might develop something
To
like that
Figure out an
and
incentive.
announce it on the podcast who wins.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
So thank you so much for tuning in to our podcast this season and learning about library resources. I'm Lauren Odom.
I'm Burl White Bang.
Remember that if you ever need support, you can schedule a research consultation and you can always schedule an instruction request. Thank you.